Yeah, welcome to another online tutorial for introduction to metaphysics. Okay, so we want to discuss the mind-body problem, which is one of the uh major problems in metaphysics. It has been for so long, and there have been various positions on the mind body problem. Now, the mind body problem is mainly concerned about the relationship between the mind and the body. We know we have physical properties, which is the body, right? And we have mental properties too. The physical properties include size, shape, color, and so on, right? That we can see, that are easily observable by us. But those mental properties are those things that we cannot easily see. Did I say easily see? They are not seen, right? But it is believed that they exist, and this is like the mind, consciousness, emotions, and so on. So now the question is, now how do these two things that are sometimes perceived to be different, how do they relate? And if they are not different, how do they coexist, right? Now, so that is the major point of we looking into the mind body problem, right? And in this problem, we ask questions like, what are the mental states? What are the physical states? Is one a subclass of the other? That is, the mental state a subclass of the physical state, or the physical state is a subclass of the mental state? Are they related? Do they influence one another? If they are related, how do they interact? So these are some of the questions that is being asked in the mind body problem. So when you are asked to write on the mind body problem, you should know that it is a problem that is concerned about the relationship between the mind and the body, the seen and the unseen, the physical and the mental states. So you could check more on ideas that you can put together to answer questions like this. Okay, so now the mind body problem was actually traced to Rene Descartes' theory, first meditations, and in his first meditation, he was actually trying to find that indubitable knowledge, that knowledge that you can never doubt, because he came to a point where he said that everything that he has known are false, right? That so he was trying to look for that concrete knowledge, right? That one that you can never doubt. So in his first meditations, he propounded various hypotheses to doubt knowledge, and then in the final one, he came to a conclusion that he actually exists. Okay, and that he knows something, right? Okay, so now in this first meditation, uh Descartes, the Rene Descartes, I told you he brought up four various hypotheses, right? Now, the first one was the sense deception hypothesis. In this hypothesis, he said that it is possible for our sense organ to deceive us. It's possible for you to see something from a distance, thinking that thing is green. When you move closer, you discover that it is actually yellow. So it is possible for our sense data to deceive us, right? So now he rebooked the knowledge gotten through sense perception. That is one. The second one, he said, he called the dream hypothesis. Now, yeah, he said that anything that is possible for us to do while we are awake is possible for us to dream about it. Like, you are listening to this audio now, right? It is possible that in your dream you dream that you were listening to an audio, right? You could dream that you're watching a football match, and it is possible while you are awake. So how are we sure that at this moment we are not dreaming? Okay, so that is the second one. The third one was uh the evil genius hypothesis. Here he said that, okay, we say God is all powerful, omnipotent, and so on. then it is possible that everything that we are presuming and are happening now, they are not really happening, but it is God that is making it seem that they are happening. Okay, so and we cannot deny this because we attribute these features to God. And if we now want to, like for example, if you say 2 plus 2 is 4, right? God is the one that is making us see 2 plus 2 is 4. It could also make us think that 2 plus 3 is 4, right? Because he has that power, right? So mathematical truths too are not to be taken, right? Right? So he said, if we now say that God cannot do this, right, then it must be an evil genius who is actually doing all this. Okay, so that is uh, on those three. Then the fourth one was the wax hypothesis. Here he said that he, after all this doubting, he discovered that he is actually doing something. He's actually doubting, and this doubting is made possible because he can think, and that all those doubts he's doing was because he can think, and this thinking is made possible by his mind. So he wouldn't have been able to do all this doubting without his mind, without thinking. So he think, therefore he exists. And that is the phrase cogito ergo sum. So when you are asked to write on cogito ergo sum, this is how Descartes arrived at that phrase cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I exist. So here we discover that Descartes viewed the mind as that can think, right? And it is immaterial. It doesn't occupy space and so on. Now the body is material. You know, even from a sense deception hypothesis, we can see that a posits that you can sense something and that thing could be wrong. So the body is material, the mind is immaterial. So now this is where the problem of there is a mind and there is a body. How do those things, these two, relate? Because we claim that they are together. Okay, so now the solution Descartes gave to this is that the body is like a matter, right? Is they work mechanically, right? They follow a certain law of action without, except there's an interference. And so the for there to be an interaction between the mind and the body, there must be a certain place where the mind influences or two of them interact. Okay, so now Descartes now is proposed this place to be the pineal gland. The pineal gland is shows by Rene Descartes because it is at the center, right, of the brain, and it is not duplicated on either side, and also it is unique. So that is Descartes' solution to the mind body problem, that the mind and body interact in the pineal gland. Okay, so I think I've been able to do justice briefly to the mind body problem, cogito ergo sum, and the solution. Now, there are various theories on this mind body problem. We are going to be looking at them quickly. There is materialism, and materialism holds that only matter exists and that the mind is the brain. You know, materialists say that they are not arguing that there are some things that are unseen that exist, but they are saying that anything that is seen or unseen, all of them are matter, all of them are physical, right? That is what they are saying. So the mind is the brain. Now, Thomas Hobbes is a materialist. Thomas Hobbes said that we, even those things that we claim to be unseen, when we want to imagine them, give them pictures of material items. Like I said in the previous video, for example, you are thinking of a ghost. Will you just assume something that doesn't have a picture? No, it's not possible. If you think of a ghost, I think of some, so a human that is dead that wore white material, so we attach physical properties to those things. So that is Thomas Hobbes' point, right? And we also have another theory of idealism, which says that it is only mind that exists, and all the others including the body, are dependent on the mind. We have another school, the school of theory of logical behaviorism. Okay, and yeah, they are saying that anything that is on your mind can easily be observed by your behavior. That is, whatever is on your mind, you always act it, and people can see it from your behavior, right? Now, the next one is functionalism, and yeah, they are saying that the mind is like a processing unit. It receives sensory inputs and give behavioral output. So, being in a mental state is being in a functional state, right? So that is that on functionalism. The next one is the double aspect uh, theory, and here they say the mind and the body are two aspects, two different aspects, joined by a reality that is neither mental or physical. So the mind and body are two different aspects joined by a reality that is either neither mental or physical. Yeah, various terms like transcendental ego was mentioned. Okay, so you check that out to read extensively on that. Okay, now we also have phenomenology, which is the sixth one and the last one we are going to be using here. Okay, so phenomenology describe as appearance just as they are given to consciousness, right? It aims to show how knowledge is possible. Okay, sorry. So it is here that transcendental ego was actually mentioned, not in double aspect theory. I beg your pardon. Okay, so that is that on the theories of the mind body problem. Thank you so much for watching and listening to. Please kindly subscribe, like, and also comment, share your comments. In the next video, we'll be looking at the problem of God and evil. Thank you so much.